So, welcome. My name's Andrea. I'll be your instructor today for this level one class with comeback yoga. So, so for today, I thought we would start standing, do a little bit of warm up standing, and then play with a little bit of balance. And then we'll come and sit on the mat and do some more stretches seated. Have about like two or three in mind. And then we'll end resting on the mat on our backs. Do a couple more stretches there, and we'll end with a guided meditation. So, to start while we're standing, you can be close to a wall if you want that extra support, or a solid surface that you can place your hand there if you'd like that. And then for any of these movements, feel free to adjust them and modify them to suit where you're at today. So let's begin. We'll come back here to the mat and begin standing. You can shake out your arms and legs. Shake out your shoulders. And then begin to notice your feet on the ground. And we'll start by warming up from the bottom up today. So we'll start to notice the feet first. So begin to feel your feet on the floor. You can begin to kind of shift your weight around your feet, maybe the side, the edges, even front and back, or on the inside. It's kind of warming up through the ankles. And then rest your legs, and we'll lift the heel up and begin to make these movements or circles with the heel, kind of warming up the ankle and the foot a little bit more. Again, you can always be next to a wall or a surface you can rest a hand. And whenever you're ready to switch, lift the other heel to your circles. And we'll come back to that other leg too. So place your weight on one foot. And this time, if you can, we can lift it up a little bit more and kind of flip your toes or flex through the toes, warming up the rest of the foot. And shift back to the other side, kind of stretching out maybe even the tops of the foot. And then shake out the body. We're just warming up. And we'll warm up the hands. You can bring your attention to your hands. You can begin kind of circling the wrists, even circling through the fingers. So you can kind of flex the fingers in, reverse the direction, even bring the fingers in and out. And then shake out the arms and the elbows and the shoulders. We'll come up, up to the shoulders. So do these circles. Other direction. Keep your arms loose. And then we'll bring our attention to our neck and our head. I'm going to turn the head towards the door here. Just gently, kind of looking over your shoulder almost. And then you can gently or slowly bring your chin over to look towards the plant. And we'll go back towards the door. So looking towards the door. And this time, if you like, you can tilt the chin down and do this semicircle to come back to the plant. Maybe back over. And if you like, you can more tilt your head so that your ears more facing the shoulder. And the other way. Relax the shoulders. And then come back and just look forward. Shake out the arms, the legs. We'll do a little bit more movement here. We're going to do these turns. So kind of twisting the body. So as we're going to do these turns, keep your arms relaxed. You can allow the elbows to bend. It really doesn't matter. So pick a stance that's comfortable for you. You can even turn the feet out a little bit. Relax your arms by your side. And then begin to gently turn the body side to side. Really allow those arms and those hands to be loose and heavy. You can even turn and look towards the side or keep your gaze forward. So now we're going to shift the arms a little bit. So we'll start with the hands more lower here by the hip level. And as we turn, you can start to bring the hands up towards the chest or shoulder height. And you can really allow those arms to swing, allow the elbows to bend, and lower back down. And we'll come up one more time. So begin to bring your hands up. Really swing those arms. And you can feel your back cracking a little bit. And back down. And shake out the arms. We'll do one more of these. This time we'll have the arms out and then we'll bring them forward. So we'll cross the arms in the front. So for this one, you can either keep your weight through both legs or you can shift your weight side to side as you open and bring the arms forward. So let's try it. So you can open up the arms and bring them forward. Again, you can put a little bit of oomph into it as you bring your arms and cross them forward. Just kind of stretching out the chest, the shoulders, back. You can allow the elbows to bend. And then back down. Yeah. Shake out the arms and the legs. And we'll get going with the balance part next. So come back to standing. We'll spend a moment just feel yourself standing. So notice the weight of your body through your feet. Notice your feet resting on the floor. Now let's shift our attention upward through the legs, the back and the hips, even up through the torso, the shoulders, the arms, and all the way up, noticing your neck and your head. See if you can invite a little bit of softness to your body as your feet are resting on the floor. So now begin to place your weight on the plant side leg. So you really feel more of your weight on that foot on the floor. And then as you're ready, you can begin to bend that other knee. So you're placing more weight on that plant side leg. And if you like, you can pick up a foot, begin to balance. You can rest the arms by your side or you can bring them up or on your waist or hips. Just gently, just balancing, just practicing. And then come back to stand. You can give your legs a little shake. And we'll do the door side leg here. And we'll come back to the other side too. We're just still kind of warming up. To begin by noticing your foot on the floor. Start to put a little bit more weight there. And then begin to bend the other knee. And you can always stay here. Or if you like, begin to pick up that foot. And balancing on that door side leg. Again, you can use your arms whichever way they help you. Or just keep them relaxed by your side. Just gently, you can play with lifting the foot, balancing, and then come back to center, shake out the legs. So as I said, we're going to do that again. So I want you to pay attention with, as you start to balance, what happens to the rest of your body. So I'm going to turn to the side. So I want you to bring your attention to the back of the neck and then see if you can keep the attention from the back of the neck all the way down to your foot. And as you shift your weight and start to balance, see if those spots in your body begin to change. Meaning sometimes we can arch or tighten the neck as we balance, or we tighten the chest or the shoulders, or we can even tighten the lower back. So lots of things can happen. So I want you to start to notice those patterns you may have. So let's try that again and bring some of that awareness to our movement. So we're going to begin by placing more weight on the plant side leg. So again, you can begin to feel that weight of your body through that foot and that leg. And then as you're comfortable, begin to bend that opposite knee. Again, start to notice, bring your attention to the back of your head. See if you can feel that connection all the way from the back of your head through that standing leg. And see what changes as you try to balance. Maybe even lock the knee and see if you can soften the knee. Or you tighten the back. See if you can soften a little bit. Play with it. And then bring the foot down. We'll do the same on the other side. And maybe this side will be different. You never know. So we'll do the door side leg next. And then take your time here. Really get to notice yourself standing and shifting that weight on that standing leg. And then as you feel comfortable, then begin to bend that opposite knee and start to balance even. Again, bring that attention to the back of the head, the neck, all the way down through that standing leg, and see what changes as you begin to balance. If you tighten some places, see if you can soften. Maybe softening shoulders. Maybe you clench your hands. See if you can soften the hands. And then come back, shake it out. We'll do one more. We'll add a little twist. So again, you can lift the leg up and okay, if we're gonna lift this leg up, we're gonna twist to the door side. So you're gonna so we're gonna add a little bit of a twist. So you can always have your foot on the mat, or you can always bring it back down to twist, or you can keep it up. So that's what we'll do next. So again, we'll be standing on the plant side leg and we'll twist towards the door side. So again, take your time. Begin to feel that standing leg, that plant side foot on the mat. Begin to bend that opposite knee, placing more weight on the standing leg. And then if you like, you can pick up the leg. Always bring the toes back down. And then begin to turn your body towards the door. And with your hands, you can, especially if you have this leg lifted, you can reach to the outside of the leg. Maybe the opposite hand can be resting on your hip, or just soften the arm by your side. If you like, you can even shift your gaze over. See if you can take a peek at the door. And then we'll do it a little bit more. Come back forward. Shake out the arms and legs. We'll just have one more on that side and we'll come to be on the mat. So whenever you're ready, we'll stand on the door side leg. Begin to feel that weight of your body through that foot. Begin to bend that opposite knee. And take your pick. You can lift that foot if you'd like, or just play with it back and forth. And then as you're ready, begin to turn the body, the upper body, towards the plant. And you can reach over and grab the outside of the leg. See where that other hand would like to rest. You can really feel that foot on the ground. Softening where you might tighten. So soften the shoulders. Soften the neck, the face. And whenever you're ready, come back forward. shake it out. So that's it for these standing postures. We'll come to come down low on the mat. We're going to be on hands and knees, so all fours, and stretch out our backs next. So come to all fours and place your hands on the mat, your lower legs. We'll stretch out the spine from all that standing. So as you're ready, begin to gaze forward towards the plant and exhale. Press your back up towards the ceiling. Allow your neck and your head to be soft. So soften the jaw, the cheeks, even soften the shoulders. Let's go back and forth with the breath. Inhale, look forward towards the plant. Exhale, press the back up towards the ceiling. Always adjust your hands as you get more comfortable. See what feels good. Let's do a couple more. Inhale, look at the plant. Exhale, press the back up. And inhale, come back forward. And exhale, press the back up. Soften the back of the neck, the head, the face. And then come to neutral. And here you can rest on your heels, kind of take some weight off your arms. We'll do one more here in all fours. We're going to extend the leg backs here. I'll show you while you're sitting. We're going to just extend the leg back. We don't need to lift it. We're just kind of uh, strengthening the back, the neck, even towards the glutes. So that's what we'll do. So come back to all fours. Again, take a moment to find your position that's comfortable. Walk the hands in or out. And feel that contact with the floor. Feel that support from the ground underneath you. And then check in with your neck, your head. We don't want to droop the head down. See if you can maybe engage some of these neck muscles. Maybe keep your gaze towards the ground. And then begin to place a bit more weight on that left lower leg. So feel the top of the left foot on the ground, maybe some of the shin. And then gently begin to lift that right leg and slide that foot back towards the door. So we're extending that right leg towards the door. And then come back in. Again, if you notice you need to shift your hands, go ahead and do that. And we'll switch sides. So begin to feel that top of the right foot on the mat. Feel the right lower leg, those spots touching the ground. Put more weight in there. And then gently you can slide that left foot back towards the door. And then back in. Again, we want to keep some engagement here in the neck and the head. So we don't want to droop the neck down as we move. Maybe if it helps, you can keep gazing towards your hands or the ground. So let's do that other side and place that weight on that left lower leg. Feel that top of the left foot on the mat. And then slide the right foot back towards the door. Just pause briefly and bring that right knee in. Switch sides. Feel the top of the right foot, right lower leg on the mat. And then extend the left leg towards the door. And then back in. And come to rest on your heel. Shake out the arms. We're done with those all four movements. We'll rest our arms and hands. So next we're going to sit on the mat. You can extend both legs in front of you. And begin by just massaging the legs, after all that standing. You massage the quads, the knees, the shins. And then begin to settle your hips on the floor. We're going to bend one knee so you can allow the knee to open to the side and then bring that foot and kind of place it uh, kind of on the inside of the leg so that knee is turned out. And if this is not too comfortable, just find a position where you can have that leg and feel still resting a little bit on your hips so you don't have to tighten too much. So whatever position you feel comfortable, can to kind of settle your hips, your legs. We'll keep this front leg kind of straight. And then with the hands, if you can place them on the floor, give you a little bit of support. And we'll inhale and look towards the plant. And then as you exhale, you can walk the hands forward and lowering the torso towards that leg. And soften the shoulders, soften the arms. Maybe readjust that leg slightly. And then with the hands, walk the hands in and bring the torso back up. And if there's any adjustments you need to make, we'll do that again. So as you're ready, inhale, look at the plant, and exhale, walk the hands forward towards the foot, lowering the torso towards the floor. And soften the shoulders, soften the upper back, the neck. And then from here, I want you to start to notice the back of the leg, that extended leg. So noticing the back of the leg and where it's touching the floor. We're going to use that. Especially notice that heel making contact with the ground. So now I want you to press that extended leg onto the ground, especially through that heel, then also through the hands. And just lift the torso just slightly. So we're making this a kind of active stretch. So keep pressing that heel onto the mat. Inhale. And then exhale. Bend the elbows. Soften the legs. And lower the torso. So we're playing with this like active and relaxing with our bodies to help us stretch. So once again, begin to press the leg into the mat, especially through that heel. Use your hands to lift the torso just a few inches. Inhale. And then exhale. Bend the elbows. Relax the leg. And lower. We'll do that one more time. So press that leg onto the ground, especially through that heel. Use your hands to help you. Bring the torso up a few inches. Inhale. And then exhale, lower. Soften the arms. Soften the leg. And just be in the pose. And as you're ready, use your hands. Bring the torso back up. We're going to switch sides. You can extend both legs. Maybe give the legs a little massage before we move on to the other side. Give yourself a little break. And then we'll keep the right leg extended. Bend the right knee in. Now open up the knee to the back. And find a comfortable spot for the foot and the leg. Make yourself comfortable. Relax those arms and shoulders. And then as you're ready, use the hands and lower the torso towards that extended leg. Soften the shoulders, the upper back. Soften the neck and the head. And then make those little micro adjustments as you need them. And with the hands, walk the hands in to bring the torso up. Give yourself a little break. And then, whenever you're ready, walk the hands down, lowering the torso. Soften the hips, soften the arms. Just bring the torso up one more time, and then we'll do the active stretch part. To walk the hands in, lift the torso, give yourself a little break. And then, as you're ready, walk the hands forward, lower the torso down. Make those adjustments. And then begin to notice the back of the leg on the floor. So, noticing the back of the heel, those parts of the leg touching the floor, even all the way to the hips. So, now we're going to use that to stretch a bit more. So, turning this into an active stretch, begin to press that leg onto the mat, really pressing even through the heel. And use your hands, lift the torso up a few inches. Inhale. And then exhale, bend the elbows, softening, turning it into a passive stretch. We'll do that 2 more times. Begin to press that leg onto the mat, really press through the heel. Use your hands, lift the torso up a few inches, keep pressing with the leg. Inhale and exhale, bend the elbow, lowering down. Relax the arms, the leg. We have one more. And begin to turn this into the active stretch, pressing that leg onto the mat. Really press through the heel, even through the hip, maybe. Use your hands to help you. Lift the torso up. Keep pressing that heel down. Inhale and exhale. Bend the elbow, soften the leg. Turn it into a passive stretch. And soften the shoulders. Soften the hips. Get a bit more comfortable. And then use your hands, walk the torso up. You can shake out the legs. And then we're going to come to lay on our backs on the mat. So we're going to scoot our hips forward towards our feet, towards the plant. We'll curl like a little ball. And if you like, you can rock on your back to rest on the mat. But whatever way you want to get there is fine. So bend the knees so they're pointed towards the ceiling. Extend the elbows wide. You can place your hands on your shins. And begin to curve the spine. And give your back and your neck a little stretch. You can stay here or lift the heels up and walk the feet in towards your hips. Balancing on your sacrum. Still curving the spine. And this part, if you want to rock on your back, make sure you have enough space and you can rock back and forth. We'll come to rest on the mat so you can make your way there. And whenever you're comfortable, begin to settle your back on the floor. Settle your body, your hips. You can shift your hips side to side. Relax the arms. We'll bend the knees and bring both knees into our chest. And with your hands, you can place them on your shins. You spend a moment, we'll rock a little bit side to side. And then we'll pause and stay like this and stretch. So with your hands, you can even place a little bit of weight there on your shins to stretch out the back a bit more if it feels comfortable. Soften the shoulders, the neck, the hips. And Then we're going to lower that left leg onto the ground. Can, we'll keep the left foot on the mat with the knee bent. And then with that right leg, with your hands, you can press on your shins. Maybe bring that right thigh a little bit closer to your chest. Soften the back of the shoulders. Soften the upper back, the mid back, the lower back. Even soften that right foot. And now we're going to open up the knee to the front. So you can rest your forearm and your elbow. And as you open up the leg, you can support that leg with your hands still. If it doesn't feel good, you can always just think of bringing your knee towards that same side shoulder. So just gently opening up that leg to the side. Keep your body soft. Notice yourself resting on the floor. And then you can bring that knee back to the middle. And now we're going to shift the knee towards the inside. So it might not be a very big movement. It could be very small. You can always just think of angling your knee towards the middle. You might not need to put a lot of pressure on your leg. So soften the hips and the lower back, the mid back, the upper back, even the neck and the back of the head. And then bring that knee back to center. We're going to switch sides. You can lower that right foot onto the mat and take a moment to pause. Maybe stretch that right foot all the way to the mat. Shake out the leg. And then bend the knee and shift sides. So place that right foot on the mat. Bring that left knee in towards your chest. And place your hands where you can give that little bit of weight to your leg. So you can maybe press that left thigh a little bit closer to you. Now soften the shoulders. Soften the upper back, the mid back, the lower back, and the hips. Even soften the face, the cheeks, the jaw. We're going to open up that knee to the side. So again, if you want to rest that your triceps, your elbows on the mat, and as you open up the leg, you can help support the leg with your hands. Finding a position that's comfortable, where the rest of your body can still rest. Even allowing your body to get heavy on the ground as you allow that leg to open to the side. So softening the back of the head, the neck, the upper back, the mid back, the lower back, and the hips. Even softening through the feet and the hands. And then as you're ready, bring that knee back to kind of midline. Begin to angle the knee inward for that last stretch. Again, be gentle here with your hands. You don't need to put a lot of pressure or weight on that leg. It's just a gentle movement. Soften the shoulders and the arms. Allow the feet to be soft. Even softening through the front of the body. So softening through the belly and the chest, the front of the neck, even all the way up to your face, your cheeks, your jaw, all the way to your chin. And then bring that leg back to center and lower that left foot onto the mat. If you like, you can extend that leg all the way to the ground and kind of massage that upper thigh and hip. And we'll transition into our meditation now. So take a moment to find a comfortable position for yourself where you can rest for the next 10 to 15 minutes. You can keep both feet on the mat with the knees bent, or you can extend both legs onto the ground. Find a comfortable position for your arms. You can rest them on the floor or somewhere on your body. So as you get settled, I'm going to sit up and scoot a little closer to lead the meditation. So for the meditation, you can always close your eyes or leave them open. It's really up to you and what you like to do today. So wherever you are, spend a moment noticing your body resting on the floor. Notice those points of contact with the ground underneath you. Maybe it's your feet, back of the legs, the hips, those parts of your back resting on the mat, even all the way up the back of the head. And see if you can soften through those points that are resting on the floor. Really feel the support of the ground underneath you, that solid surface that's supporting you, that's there for you. And invite your body to rest and soften, knowing you're supported by the ground underneath you. It has your back, and your body can rest a little bit more. Now bring your attention to your breath and your breathing, noticing yourself breathing as you rest on the ground. Notice those sensations with the breath. Maybe there's a gentle expansion in your back, your torso as you inhale, and inviting some softness as you exhale. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Let's come back to that support of the ground. So shift that attention again to feeling that support of the ground underneath you. Maybe you notice or sense those parts of you resting on the floor. Maybe get a little bit heavier through those points of contact with the ground, allowing your body to settle, to soften as you feel that support from the ground underneath you. Now maintain that feeling, that sense of that support from the ground, while at the same time noticing yourself breathing. So holding those two things in your awareness at the same time. Noticing the support of the ground, your body resting on the floor, while you notice your breath and your breathing, the sensation, that flow of air as you inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Next, we will do a body scan. So place your attention on the different parts of the body as you hear them named. From time to time, we'll shift the attention and still feel that support from the ground. We'll take a few moments to do that as we do this body scan practice. So notice and listen, nothing more. We'll begin the practice on the right side. Place your attention on your right hand, right wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, right upper chest, right hip, right upper leg, right knee, lower leg, ankle, heel, arch of the foot, the whole foot. Now the left side, left hand, left wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, left upper chest, left hip, left upper leg, left knee, lower leg, ankle, heel, arch of the foot, the whole foot. Now come back to that sense of being supported by the ground underneath you. So feel that support through those points of contact that your body's making with the ground. Allowing your body to rest as you notice and sense that support. Now we'll come back to the body scan. We're going to alternate sides. Place your attention on your right foot. Now the left foot. Right heel. left heel, right lower leg, left lower leg, right knee, left knee, right upper thigh, left upper thigh, right pelvis, left pelvis, right lower back, left lower back, right upper back, left upper back, right side of the back, left side of the back, the whole back, right side of the neck, left side of the neck, the whole neck, back of the head, top of the head. Now we'll pause and come back to that sensation of feeling yourself supported by the ground underneath you. And take a moment to notice that solid surface supporting you, allowing your body to rest a little bit more, knowing you're supported by that solid surface underneath you. We'll resume the body scan. So bring your attention back to the top of the head, to the forehead, right ear, left ear, right cheek, left cheek, right eye, left eye, nose, mouth, chin, right side of the face, left side of the face, right side of the head, left side of the head, the whole head, right upper chest, left upper chest, right waist, left waist, right side of the torso, left side of the torso, the whole torso, whole right leg, whole left leg, whole right arm, whole left arm, whole right side of the body, whole left side of the body, the whole body. Continue noticing your body resting on the floor. If you like, invite that sense of being supported by the ground underneath you. While you breathe gently, easy, allowing your body to rest on the surface it's on. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. However you are today, remember you are enough. You are enough. You are enough. Invite a sense of ease as you reflect on these words. I am enough. I am enough. I am enough. If you'd like, repeat them to yourself 3 times. This completes our meditation. We will make a gentle transition and resume our day. Begin to notice yourself in the space you're in. Notice sounds, colors, the feel of the air on your skin. Gently invite some movement to your body. Maybe wiggle fingers or toes. You can sway side to side. If you like, you can reach your arms over your head and stretch out long. So take your time. Go slow. As you're ready, you can bend your knees and roll to one side. You can rest your head on your arm or the ground and take a few moments to pause, resting on your side. Feel the heaviness of your body on the ground. Come back to that sense of being supported by the ground underneath you as you allow your body to rest even more on the floor. And then make your way to sitting on the mat. You can use your hands to gently press yourself to sitting, finding a comfortable seat to close out our practice today. So as you find that comfortable seat, you can take a moment to notice yourself and your surroundings. So just notice maybe colors, sounds, feel the air on your skin. Gently open your eyes or soften that gaze. And remember as you go about your day that even though we have these negative things that happen and exist in our lives, they don't negate the positives that are also there and available to us every day. Sometimes all it takes is a moment to pause and take that good moment in. So inviting it to stick around and linger for a bit longer. So I want to thank you, Ehab, EJ, Alan, for sharing your time with us here today. If you enjoy these classes, invite other people to join or to listen to the recording. You can also support us by, subscribing, sharing, even making a donation to Come Back Yoga so we can continue offering all these classes that we offer every day, sometimes even twice a day or 3 times a day. So we have our hour-long classes or 40 minutes to an hour long. We have a 30-minute classes. So check out other teachers. We have a lot teaching on Sundays for a gentle, relaxing uh, practice. So once again, thank you. Oh, and thank you, Matt, for joining as well. And I hope to see you soon. I hope you have a wonderful day. And you can always, for a little laugh, you can always scroll back for that little joke for today. So have a good rest of your day. We'll see you soon.